JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, police seek public's help to identify dead man. The Hanover police are seeking the public's assistance in identifying the body of a man believed to be in his late 50s that was found at Old Green Island in the parish on Saturday, October 31. The police said that about 10:30 a.m., residents stumbled upon the body and alerted the police. On their arrival, the decomposing body was seen face down, clad in a brown striped shirt and grey pants. The body is of dark complexion, medium build, and about 165 centimeters, or 5 feet 5 inches tall. The scene was processed and the body removed to the morgue pending a post-mortem. Anyone with information that can assist the police with their investigations is being asked to contact the Lucy CIB at 876-956-2333, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. 2 men charged with murder of St. Catherine man. The St. Catherine North Police have arrested and charged 2 men following the killing of another man in Dover District, Kitson Town in St. Catherine, on Monday, November 23. Charged are 25-year-old Jordan Edwards, otherwise called Coolie Man, a construction worker of Dover District, Kitson Town, St. Catherine. He is charged with murder and robbery with aggravation. And 19-year-old Roderick Webby, otherwise called Gramazone, a mechanic of Grove Farm, Bushy Park, St. Catherine, is charged with receiving stolen property. Reports from the police are that about 10 a.m., 66-year-old Elijah Griffiths, otherwise called Old Timer, a farmer of Cherry District, Kitson Town in the parish, was driving his red Ramaco motorcycle along the roadway when he was allegedly hit from the vehicle. He was then attacked by Edwards, his motorcycle stolen and his throat slashed, resulting in his death. Investigations led to the recovery of Griffiths' motorcycle, which was found in the possession of Webby. Both men were subsequently arrested and the charges laid against them on Saturday, December 5. Baby's abduction was a unique situation and residents should not be scared, COP says. Superintendent Vernon Ellis, commanding officer for St. James, says residents should not worry that there's a trend in child abductions in the parish. He was speaking today at the St. James Municipal Corporation's monthly meeting, where he addressed the abduction of 18-month-old Akeelah Patton, who was walking along Humber Avenue with her mother on Monday when she was snatched. It is not a situation where persons are walking around trying to abduct kids in St. James. It was a random situation, and the matter in and of itself is not designed to scare persons, explained Ellis. According to Ellis, Akeelah is now in the safe hands of the police. He said she was dropped off at a medical facility in St. James by unknown individuals about 10 a.m. this morning. He gave special thanks to members of the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch, CTOC, who came in from Kingston to assist the effort. I must say to you that the child who was abducted is in the safe hands of the JCF, and a special thanks to CTOC, who came and gave us some high-tech support to make this possible. It is good when the security forces can use advanced technology, which allows criminals to surrender without using deadly force, he continued. 4 more COVID deaths, 74 new cases. An additional 4 COVID-19 related deaths and the 74 new cases were recorded across Jamaica on Wednesday, according to the Ministry of Health and Wellness. 3 of the deceased are from St. Catherine, a 57-year-old male, a 67-year-old male, and a 73-year-old female whose death was previously under investigation. The 4th death is that of an 89-year-old male from Westmoreland. Another 2 deaths of COVID-19 patients on Wednesday are under investigation. The latest fatalities bring the death toll from the coronavirus in Jamaica to 270. The 74 newly confirmed COVID-19 cases bring the total number of cases on record for the island to 11,443. Recoveries increased by 132, bringing total recoveries to 7,522. Of the newly confirmed cases, 43 are females and 31 are males, with ages ranging from 4 months to 97 years. The cases were recorded in St. Catherine 15, Manchester 11, St. Thomas 11, Kingston and St. Andrew 8, St. Elizabeth 6, Westmoreland 6, St. Anne 6, Clarendon 5, St. James 3, Hanover 1, Portland 1, and St. Mary 1. There are 24 moderately ill patients and 9 critically ill patients among the 3,497 active cases now under observation in Jamaica. Man who dissed wholeness in curfew resistance fined $60,000. The man, who earlier this year launched an expletive-laden tirade in a video against the Prime Minister about the introduction of an all-island curfew, and who was later found hiding under a bed, has been fined $60,000 with an alternative of 90 days in prison for breaches of the Disaster Risk Management Enforcement Measures No. 2, Amendment No. 2 Order 2020. The fines were imposed in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Wednesday against 37-year-old Dane Mitchell of a Pencil Street, Arnett Gardens, St. Andrew address. Mitchell was seen in a viral social media video stating his refusal to comply with the order, which was imposed as part of the Wholeness Administration's efforts to contain the spread of COVID-19 in the country. Mitchell and the 9 others were later charged with breaches of the Act. Gordontown residents paying high toll for trifling with nature. Prime Minister Andrew Holness on Saturday acknowledged that the major breakaway along the Gordontown Main Road in St. Andrew, which has effectively restricted movement into and out of the area to motorcycle and pedestrian traffic, is due to the accumulated effect of decades of unregulated construction of residential and commercial buildings. Holness told journalists, following a tour of the area as well as the alternate roadway under construction at Savage Pen in the constituency, that when the original roads were being built, the authorities excavated along the contour of the hillside, taking a number of factors into consideration. These areas have natural springs, and you'll see the water coming down from the hill, running across the road at some points and then going down into the river. There are drains that are built that run underneath the road, and now people, having built along the sides of the road, decided that they will block the drains because they don't want the water running through where they live. If the water can't run freely, it will settle on the road, it will permeate through the soil and will undermine the road. And we are seeing that now as we drive along this course. We see this as a problem all over. They interfere with the preventative and maintenance infrastructure. For example, the drains, they block and shift them, the Prime Minister lamented. They don't consult with the NWA and other entities, such as parish councils, and the end result is that they are also inconvenienced by these activities. Holness then suggested that in order to stem the burgeoning, unregulated urbanization of the area, a comprehensive development plan was needed to encourage residents to use foresight and precaution to guide their decisions as to where they eventually build and the types of material used. People choose to build their homes in the river courses, right along the roadside, precariously perched on hillsides. The government's budget, taxes that are paid by all the people of Jamaica. It would be unfair to have those taxes diverted at every weather event to go and repair this or put this measure in place. It was with a long-term view to addressing this age-old problem of unplanned, unregulated construction, as well as squatting, that the Ministry of Housing, Urban Development, Environment and Climate Change, headed by Pernell Charles Jr., was created, he explained. We have to now start to think very carefully of how we plan our built environment, how we plan our habitat and housing. People want to find housing solutions for themselves. They want their little homes and their little piece of Jamaica. But it can't be that you just take up yourself and go build anywhere, because ultimately what is going to happen is a chaka-chaka Jamaica. However, when the Prime Minister was pressed on whether the government would move aggressively to halt unregulated construction and enforce no-build orders, he suggested that deeper cultural issues ought to be addressed and not only enforcement. These were homes to free villages centuries ago, and people want to enjoy the atmosphere and do their little farming and so forth. So you have roads that are not properly designed and engineered, that are carrying the weight of 10-wheeler trucks, carrying cement and heavy steel and all types of material on them, Holness said. We have to take a long-term view as to how we correct this. So yes, enforcement does play a part in it, but we have to get into the minds of the people who would want to live here, that you can't just go and build anywhere. The solutions we explore are all quite expensive and require significant engineering. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.